vallabha girivardhari gopi jana vallabha girivardhari gopi jana vallabha girivardhari gopi jana vallabha girivardhari Yasodanandana praja janaran jana Yasodanandana praja janaran jana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabihari Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsam Parivrajacharya Astataru Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder BBT Founder Srila Prabhupada Ki Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Shri Kartik Mas Ki Yantra Srimad Bhagavat Gita as it is Ki Srila Vyasadev Ki Guru Parampara Ki Bhakti Vedanta Purports Ki Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So this evening we are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is. You can repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 17, entitled the Divisions of Faith, text number 17 with no purport and text 18 with a short purport. But we can do text 17 responsively. The verse is on the board, on the screen to my left here. You can repeat after me. Śraddhayā parayā taptam. Tapas tri-vidhaṁ naraiḥ. aphala-ākāṅkṣibhiḥ yuktaiḥ. sāttvikaṁ paricakṣate. Someone likes to repeat? Someone else? So one more debug. Mataji's? And the word for word. Śraddhayā, with faith. Parayā, transcendental. Taptam, executed. Tapaḥ, austerity. Tat, that. tri-vidhaṁ, of three kinds. Naraiḥ, by men. Aphala-ākāṅkṣibhiḥ, who are without desires for fruits. Yuktaiḥ, engaged. Sāttvikam, in the mode of goodness. Paricakṣate is called. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. This threefold austerity, performed with transcendental faith by men not expecting material benefits, but engaged only for the sake of the Supreme, is called austerity in goodness. Text 18, I'll just read the verse and the translation and purport. You don't need to respond after me. Satkaramana pujatam tapodam vena chaivayat kriyate tadhiya proktam rajasam chalam adruvam. Translation. Penance performed out of pride or for the sake of gaining respect, honor and worship is said to be in the mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. And in the purport, sometimes penance and austerity are executed to attract people and receive honor, respect, and worship from others. Persons in the mode of passion arrange to be worshipped by subordinates and let them wash their feet and offer riches. Such arrangements artificially made by the performance of penances are considered to be in the mode of passion. The results are temporary, and they can be continued for some time, but they are not permanent. Om Jnana Atimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. When Srila Prabhupada was first taken to his newly constructed quarters in Juhu in Mumbai, the architect and the person who was overseeing the construction is late now, I think his samadhi is in the Goshala. Surabhi, Abhipalayant. Surabhi. He is the architect, and he also is the architect for our Krishna Balaram Mandir. Yeah. So when Srila Prabhupada entered his new quarters on the 5th floor of the Prabhupada Tower in Juhu, he commented, because it is the most, you could say, in material terms, expensive and the most quality type of materials were used in his room. And it is considered within the International Society for Krishna Consciousness his biggest and most opulent quarters, even much bigger than our Vrindavan home here for Srila Prabhupada. And he commented, this is fit for a king. See? Now there is two meanings of the word Maharaj. One meaning is king, and the other meaning is a sannyasi. Like that. So when he said, this is fit for a king, he asked Surabhi Prabhu, where is queen? He was just saying like that. Yeah. So in this particular purport, Srila Prabhupada comments that persons in the mode of passion, they arrange to be worshipped by subordinates and let them wash their feet and perform and offer riches. And such arrangements artificially made by the performance of penances are considered to be mode of passion. So, if Srila Prabhupada is offered such opulence in material terms far beyond kings itself, and then he asked the word, where is queen? He was like in a humorous mood. Yeah. Because the meaning of Maharaj has two meanings. One is king and one is sannyasi. And they're both opposite in terms of, one is an extreme royalty and the other is the sky is his roof and the arm is his pillow. And that's a sannyasi. Like that. So later on, when they were taking him and saying, because it was a little bit unfinished, the quarters. So then he asked later on, when it's finished, what will I be doing where? How many of you have been to those quarters on the 5th floor in ISKCON Juhu in Mumbai? Yes. So the devotees said, Srila Prabhupada, this is your kitchen. Yeah. And in this room, you'll take a nap during the day, a room itself. Yeah. And in this room, and in this corner, you'll honor your prasadam. The sound was better before this. You're muffling the sound. You're putting too much bass on the sound. You're muffling it. So my voice becomes unnatural. You had it right, but you're interfering for no reason. Naughty fellow. Leave it originally how it was. Hare Krishna. Is that okay? Sit. So then the devotees are saying, this is where they'll cook for you. This is the place where you'll take a rest during the day, if you're going from the right side, not from the left side. Yeah. And it's a separate room, like that. And this corner in the main darshan mandap, you'll honor your prasadam. And when you walk towards the little left, this is where you will sit and you'll meet people and meet guests and meet devotees, like this. And then when you go a little bit towards the left on the window side, this is where you will transcribe and translate the scriptures, like that. And then there's another room in the corner that's on the temple side, which is like practically on the eastern side, is where Srila Prabhupada's bedroom is. And then there's a huge reception area, and into a reception area there's another waiting room. Very opulent, even the pillars and so forth. I think the pillars are made of mahogany wood, on the pillars, and so forth. So after Srila Prabhupada saw the opulence of his facility, which is the best in ISKCON in this world, again, and he commented, he said, just like my rooms at Radha Damodar, down the road. He said, in that one room, in one corner, I used to take rest. You've seen that room. It's probably maybe like 2 meters or 2.5 meters by 5 meters or something. I don't know. Right? Yeah. He said, in that one room in that Radha Damodar temple, in one corner is my bed, and next to it was my low table where I used to translate and also on a prasadam. And in this place I used to meet people. Just like my rooms at Radha Damodar. He was never fazed and never bewildered by any facility that you give him, Srila Prabhupada. Never fazed by it. But he used everything in the service of his spiritual master and the disciplic succession and the Lord, Supreme Lords, Shri Shri Radharasa Bihari. Everything he used in the service. So today happens to be also the first day of the month of Kartik, and I thought I'll say something about that a little bit. In relation to these beginning verses of faith in the mode of goodness and faith in the mode of passion. So Srila Prabhupada explained many times that wherever the deities of Radha, Krishna are installed in our International Society for Krishna Consciousness, that is also Vrindavan. And therefore, our devotional service in the month of Kartik is magnified 1,000 times. Like if you chant one round of japa, it is good as chanting 1,000 rounds of japa. So you can take advantage of this month in that sense. Srila Prabhupada gave the example of a store that has a sale in a letter to His Holiness Jayapataka Swami dated 30th January 1969. And I'll read his very words. Srila Prabhupada said, "You have asked about the specialness of the month of Kartik. And the answer is that it is a special inducement for persons who are not in Krishna consciousness to perform some devotional service. For persons who are doing nothing in Krishna consciousness, it is an indirect inducement to take to devotional service in earnest seriousness. Every moment is kartik. In this connection, there is a good example that sometimes a store gives a special concession to attract new customers. But for those who are already customers, there's no need of a special sale. They will purchase at any cost if they know the important value of the goods. Similarly, those who are pure devotees do not aspire for any concession, and out of spontaneous love try to engage themselves in devotional service 24 hours each day. Gone? One of the bridge buses came. Which side is gone? It's gone. Okay. He didn't leave some dust behind? Where's he? Where you go? He's more fortunate than I am. He lives here. You don't have to pay any money. Free prasad, everything free. Big place. I'll read again. I'll begin the letter again from Srila. A very important letter about Kartik. This is way back in January 1969. You have asked about the specialness of the month of Kartik. And the answer is that it is a special inducement for persons who are not in Krishna consciousness to perform some devotional service. For persons who are doing nothing in Krishna consciousness, it is an indirect inducement to take to devotional service in earnest seriousness. Every moment is Kartik. In this connection, there is a good example that sometimes a store gives a special concession to attract new customers. But for those who are already customers, there's no need of a special sale. They will purchase at any cost if they know the important value of the goods. Similarly, those who are pure devotees do not aspire for any concession, and out of spontaneous love try to engage themselves in devotional service 24 hours each day, 365 days every year without any stoppage. So Srila Prabhupada is effectively saying here that the month of Kartik is like a sale, a transcendental sale. So by like a little investment in terms of some spiritual practice and service, one can get immense benefit. Immense benefit, just with a little investment. Of course, in one sense, when we go to a sale, to a shop and buy something at a lesser price compared to its actual value in normal terms at a sale time, and the store owner hopes you will come back. You will come back to buy more. So similarly, in the month of Kartik in Vrindavan, if you come, Vrindavan is inviting you to come more and actually, you could say, take to the seriousness of Krishna consciousness in its true value, in its true terms, corresponding to your practices. Not only outside of the sale time. But Srila Prabhupada is making a very important point here. He said this is not for regular devotees. Have you heard when I read? Yes. This is for those who are beginners and for those who are not devotees yet. You want me to read it again? This is way back in 1969. So it may sound a little bit strange that during the month of Kartik, one may not eat food cooked by non-devotees, although it's have no onions and garlic. And during the month of Kartik, you'll seriously do some sadhana in the morning and try to chant your 16 rounds or extra rounds of japa. See? But then as soon as Kartik is over, now that's over. Now I go back to my old ways again. So that's not for regular devotees. That's for people who come and get induced by the power of the potency of the month of Kartik, to be induced, to be attracted to devotional service and further continue practicing seriously in the association of serious devotees. Is Srila Prabhupada clear? I'll read it again. Amazing. You have asked about the specialness of the month of Kartik. And the answer is that it is a special inducement for persons who are not in Krishna consciousness to perform devotional service. That means for people who are not yet devotees. And then he says about beginning devotees. For persons who are doing nothing in Krishna consciousness, it is an indirect inducement to take to devotional service and earnest seriousness in every moment in Kartik. In other words, those beginning devotees, you can be a beginning devotee for 3 months, 3 years or 3 lifetimes, doesn't matter. But if you're not serious in your practices in Krishna consciousness, then Kartik month makes you serious. See? But that seriousness should continue after Kartik. And therefore Prabhupada says, in this connection there's a good example that sometimes a store gives a special concession to attract new customers. But for those who are already customers, there's no need of a special sale. They will purchase at any cost. That means regular serious devotees. But for those who are already customers, there's no need of a special sale. Regular serious devotees. They will purchase at any cost if they know the important value of the goods. Similarly, the serious devotees, Prabhupada is saying, those who are pure devotees do not aspire for any concession, even in the month of Kartik. And out of spontaneous love try to engage themselves in devotional service 24 hours each day, 365 days every year without stoppage. So for those who are serious, every day and every moment is like Kartik, even outside of the month of Kartik. Do you have any comments or questions? And then I'll conclude with the first observance of Kartik that was in ISKCON in 1966. After I take some comments and try to respond to some questions you may have. Anyone? They wait for someone to start, so would like to start. You have a microphone? There's a hand up here. What's your name?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. My name is Mrinal. Mrinal.
Mirnal.
Yes.
Got it right?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes. Tell us.
Maharaj, I have a question on the previous verse. You started off with that we should do tyag in the feeling of satogun. When we do it in the mode of passion, it doesn't last long. But my question is, Maharaj, that my mind is so delusioned that I may feel that I am in satogun and I am doing this penance, but actually I am not, Maharaj.
Can you repeat your question slowly about the mind?
Yes, Maharaj. So, Maharaj, sometimes I feel that I have done this penance.
I have
done the penance,
What type of penance?
For example, I am doing a fasting on Ekadashi.
You're doing?
A fasting on Ekadashi. Ekadashi fast.
In other words, you don't take grains.
Right.
But you eat on Ekadashi.
Yes,
You
Maharaj.
take
fruits,
non-fruits and
yes,
milk
Maharaj.
and
yes.
Yes.
And
so that means you're not fasting.
Right, Maharaj. But even
no, you said you're fasting.
Maharaj, I'm fasting, but I'm taking fruits, maybe taking milk also.
No, but you're not fasting. You're taking some prasad.
Yes,
which
yes,
is
Maharaj.
not grains.
Yes, Maharaj.
On Ekadashi.
Yes.
So you can continue to do so. That's not an austerity.
Yeah, sometimes I wake up earlier than my usual routine. I may feel that I am in the mode of goodness.
So then you were saying that sometimes you rise early.
Yes, Maharaj.
Well, the secret to rise early every day and not sometimes is to take rest early. Can you do that?
Not really, Maharaj.
Huh?
Not really. Not always. So Maharaj, I feel that...
Let's get this slowly. Yeah. It's like, do you have like a type of work that doesn't allow you to take rest early?
Yes, Maharaj. I work for an engineering company and...
No, that's okay. Don't give me the details. Yeah. So, can you adjust that hours of work?
It's very difficult, Maharaj.
Okay. So, what's the earliest that you can rise on a normal day? Not sometimes.
4:30, Maharaj.
That's good. So by, say, latest 5:30 you can chant japa. Can you do that?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes. So then you're doing okay, you're doing all right. And if your job situation changes, then you can take rest early and rise a little earlier on normal days. Now you didn't discuss the mind, you said something about the mind. What is that?
Maharaj, the mind sometimes tells that I am...
The mind?
Tells me that I am...
Tells you.
Yeah.
So that means you are Krishna conscious, because you're discriminating that you are not telling yourself, somebody else is telling you. In other words, you can discriminate that the mind is influencing you. That means you are Krishna conscious. You can detect, this is the mind influencing me and I should not listen to the mind. That's a nice thing. Then you're making spiritual progress. Most people in the world, they cannot discriminate whether it's the mind or them. They feel that whatever the mind tells them, it's them. They cannot discriminate They cannot differentiate that I'm being influenced by the mind. So if you can do that, that's a great boon. That means you are making spiritual progress. Because you know you're not the mind. And the mind will always be naughty, sometimes crazy, and at times the sum total of all madness. But you're not that mind. That's the good thing. That's the great news. You're not the mind, you're the soul. You still have another question?
It's just that, Maharaj, I still don't know how to shadow my mind and tell that...
No. See, your mind is telling you to ask this question. Can that sink in a little bit? No. Your mind is telling you to ask the question. And your mind is telling you, forget what this Maharaj is saying. The Maharaj already said that take rest early and rise early, which you should do. And the Maharaj already said that, you're doing well in your spiritual progress because you can differentiate that is the influence of the mind. You're getting it? But now your mind is telling you, ask the Maharaj the question again. You're getting it? That's the influence of the mind. Do you have another type of question?
No, Maharaj.
That's good. The mind is blank now.
It's processing, Maharaj.
No, the mind will process and get you outside when you leave this door. He'll tell you that the Maharaj is no more with you. He told you what to do. Now I am with you. You have to carry that realization and constant reminder that I am not the mind. And the mind will never change its function. So you have to come to the point where you are influencing the mind, not the mind is influencing you. And that is called mantra. Maha mantra. Tra means to free. Man means mind. So tra means to free yourself from the dictates and influence of the crazy, mad, naughty mind. So when you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in the morning after you get up at 4:30, then the mind won't be able to influence you. Because it has a competitor that it cannot defeat. And that's Radha Krishna in the form of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra Japa. Then you'll influence the mind. The mind will not influence you for the rest of the day. So it's important to chant your japa in the morning before you do any other activity for the rest of the day. At the same time, don't neglect your duty as a father, mother, husband or wife, to the children. You can't neglect your duties also.
Sure, Maharaj. Thank you.
Can I ask you what your mind is telling you now? Can I ask you that?
It's very hard to tell you, Maharaj.
Yes, because it cannot. It cannot. So the mind will not influence you when you associate with the scriptures, like we're doing now, and when you associate by chanting the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And the mind will not influence you if you only honor Krishna Prasadam, food prepared by devotees and offered by devotees, and then you partake of that. See, we're not talking about even food without onions and garlic which is not cooked by devotees. Only Krishna Prasad. The mind cannot influence you. And most of all, the mind cannot influence you if you are in the association favorably of serious devotees. Most important of all.
Thank you, Maharaj.
The mind has no influence. Is that okay?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you.
Another question from the Vaishnavis or ladies or girls, Matajis. We like to balance it, so in case you have a question. Where's the microphone? Just bring it this way. She's with the garland, give her the microphone. This side. She wants the microphone. She don't put her hand up, but she takes the microphone. What's your name?
Sudevi Krishna Sakhi, Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. What's your name?
Sudevi Krishna Sakhi.
Now, can you hold the microphone at the bottom? And don't flip the switch. Now bring it to your mouth and as if you're eating it. Now tell me what's your name. Tell me what's your name.
Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji. My name is Sudevi Krishna Sakhi.
Sudevi Krishna Sakhi Devi Dasi. Yes. What's your thoughts?
What all you've said, it's very...
Hold it close.
What all you've said, Maharaji, it's very beautiful and I really would want to work on it.
Which part you want to work on?
Getting up early and chanting. I do finish up my rounds, 16 rounds, but then not necessarily all in the morning.
That's okay. However, you try to take rest early, right?
Yes.
To rise early, that's the best.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So if you commit to a number of rounds in the morning and slowly rise it up to 16 over some time in your internal maturity, but you fix at least complete minimum 8 rounds or 12 rounds in the morning, but fix that minimum. You can do more, but fix. That's called steadiness.
Okay.
Anything else for now?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Other questions or comments? You can raise your hand. Chant loudly 2 words after me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Any further questions? So Raghunath Bhatta Prabhu, you'd like to tell us anything? And give him the microphone.
Thank you, Maharaj, for your wonderful lecture about the mind. There's always challenge with the mind. We have like so many challenges. But to conquer the mind, how do where is the mind seated and how would you conquer it? Because there's always, people have that idea that the mind is situated somewhere in the head, or if you could enlighten us on where it's seated and the process of conquering the mind.
I'll repeat the question to make sure that I've understood the question. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah. So it says about the mind, it's a bit of a challenge. How do we conquer the influence of the mind? Is that your question?
Yes.
Yes. There are various answers from Srila Prabhupada. When one disciple asked Srila Prabhupada, when I try to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra Japa, my mind doesn't allow me to hear the Mahamantra. Then Srila Prabhupada said, you have answered your own question. Because the devotee said, my mind doesn't allow me to hear the Mahamantra. Then Srila Prabhupada said, you have answered your own question. When you chant, Prabhupada said, you simply hear. That's all. And then Prabhupada said, then it will be very much effective. Yes, that's his exact words. Yeah. So what is Srila Prabhupada saying here is that we should not attempt to control the mind. We should not attempt to control the mind. You cannot conquer the mind. And if anyone in this world tells you that I can control my mind and senses, he is the greatest bluffer, cheater and liar. It is not possible. It is not possible. Arjuna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, and I'm speaking loosely the words, but the meaning is the same. Arjuna says to Krishna, this mind is very difficult to control, but it is easier to control the raging wind. You may have heard this, right? Yeah. And then Krishna says, yes, Arjuna, I agree. I agree with your analysis. Yes. So the more you try to conquer and control the mind, the more the mind makes you feel that you are controlling it. And that's the greatest maya. So how do you control the mind? Don't control it. All you simply have to have is the realization, I am not the mind, from the first question. I am the soul. The function of the mind will have its naughtiness, craziness and madness, but you are not that. See? So therefore the most important thing to do is, when you hear your japa, Radha Krishna controls your mind, not you. Because if you control your mind will allow you to feel that you are controlling it, which is Maya. So therefore it is most important that you should offer this mind in its so troublesome way, because we use the prefix my mind. The word my is there, thinking it belongs to me, but it doesn't. You have to offer it to Radha Krishna by hearing the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and they will do whatever they want with the mind. But you simply associate with Radha and Krishna by hearing the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Is that okay?
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Yes, there's one hand in the front.
Hare Krishna Maharaji.
What's your name?
My name is Arun Sharma.
Arun. Yes, Arun?
Yes. How do I control my hunger? Because when I'm hungry, it's hard for me to concentrate.
How do you control your hunger?
Yes.
Yeah. That's fairly easy. We had one temple in the current temple in Los Angeles is in Watsika Avenue near Venice Beach. But the early temple before that was a rented house called La Cienega Boulevard in that area, in the Los Angeles suburb. So at that time, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami was not a sannyasi, he was Tamal Krishna Prabhu. Yeah. So he was the temple commander, and I don't know who was the temple president at that time. So Prabhupada already introduced the Sunday feast program. So when new people used to come into the Sunday feast program, now the Sunday feast, they have like a 7-course meal, prasadam. Nice preparations and so forth. And especially the, cauliflower pakoras, with the nice chutney and so forth. So the devotees from the temple, and he is the temple commander, and he used to observe that on the Sunday feast program, the devotees used to make up their plates with the guests, because on Sunday feast you sit with the guests and honor prasad so you can talk to them, make them feel comfortable, and preach to them and offer them a book and so forth. Yeah. But when the devotees go for their plates with the guests, almost every plate of the devotee is like a miniature Govardhan hill. Right? And the guests, when they take, they take like a little of each, and it's like the depth of the plate is like the flatness of the prasad. It's not like a Govardhan hill. Yeah. So he took some photographs, of how the devotees will line up with the guests, and the guests will say, no, that's enough. Yeah. But the devotees say, put more. And he takes photographs and says, see Prabhupada? And he's showing Prabhupada when Prabhupada came. See, Govardhan hill, and the guests flat. Yeah. And when they sit down with the guests, like on the home lawn, temple lawn, yeah, and the guests sit down, and while the devotee is speaking, the guests look at his plate, It's like, it's a heap, It's like they're thinking, how can somebody eat so much, Like that. Yeah. So when Srila Prabhupada came to that old temple in La Cienega Boulevard, so Tamal Krishna Goswami, at that time, Tamal Krishna Prabhu, yeah. So he said, Srila Prabhupada, these devotees in the temple, this is what they do, in front of the guests, it's like a miniature Govardhan hill, and he's complaining to Srila Prabhupada. I don't know how to tell them not to do this, like that. Then Srila Prabhupada said several things. Srila Prabhupada said, whole week, they go and beg vegetables from the market. They only get potatoes that are still going nuts, bad, and some cabbage or something. And they make khichdi every whole day, whole week. At least on Sunday, let them eat, with the guests. Right? But Tamal Krishna Prabhu said, no, they eat for Sunday the whole week. That's how they eat. He was a little forthright, when he was speaking to Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. Then Srila Prabhupada said, and what do they say? Sometimes he asks, and what do they say in this world? That some people eat to live, and other people live to eat. They say like that, right? Some people eat to live and others live to eat. So Prabhupada didn't take him seriously. Like that, yeah. And then when I heard that, then I coined a third one. And devotees eat to die, not to die again. That means not to take birth again. So Arun, I bless you to eat your way back to Godhead.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Maharaji.
Why not? Krishna consciousness is blissful and ecstatic. You know what's Raganuga Bhakti? Raganuga Bhakti. Spontaneous devotional service. You don't have to train devotees to eat, you know. It's spontaneous right from the very beginning. That's part of Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. Just spontaneously eat. Is that okay?
Yes, Maharaji.
Any other questions? You have to go somewhere. He says next program is not in the temple room, it's in the Goshala. I'll just conclude with one thing. The first time Srila Prabhupada observed Kartik in ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, was in the Kartik month, October, November in 1966, in our storefront temple in 26 2nd Avenue in the Bowery in New York City. Yeah. So the devotees would go to Srila Prabhupada's apartment in the evening. Srila Prabhupada's apartment, if you've been to 26 2nd Avenue, you have to go to the back entrance into the courtyard and you go the first flight of stairs on the first floor. But they call it second floor. They call the ground floor first floor. But for us, it's first floor. Yeah. So they used to go in Srila Prabhupada's apartment in the evening, and Srila Prabhupada didn't have clay lamps and ghee wicks and so forth. So Srila Prabhupada said he wants to light a flame prior to that, and then they said, oh yes, we can bring birthday candles. You know, birthday candles? Yeah. So they brought birthday candles to Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada said, so how do you make it stand after you offer to Yasoda Damodar? So they lit one candle and they said, Srila Prabhupada, we make it stand by the wax going to the side, you know, and dropping onto the table, and then it sticks. Because the sort of liquidy wax becomes solid and it sticks. And Prabhupada was like quite amazed, you know, that thing for him, that wax is going down in the flame and it sticks like that, yeah. And then in that way, Srila Prabhupada, he started offering a lamp to Yasoda Damodar in October, November of 1966 in his apartment. He started the first Kartik in ISKCON. Yeah. Then one disciple asked Srila Prabhupada. That time they didn't ask him as Srila Prabhupada, they called him Swamiji. So one disciple asked Swamiji, why are we doing this? This is the month of Kartik, like that. And Srila Prabhupada gave such a very simple answer in 4 words in one sentence. He said, to increase your devotion. So that's the month of Kartik. we engage in activities to increase our devotion. Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Kartik Mas ki, Natai Gaur Premanande.